What's up, guys? Nick Rapazzi here, and welcome to Paradise C6 YouTube channel. So today we're not gonna be working on this. I think in the last video I showed you the like brake duct inner fender liner that goes right here. It's about 1.5 inches too short, and for both sides it was like $100, so I just went ahead and ordered them. And I don't want to put this together without it, because that's like the main support for the bumper here, because it all bolts in right here. It does bolt in on top, so this holds a lot of the weight, and I still have to transfer this, but I'm just waiting for that to come in. It should be about another week, so we're gonna give this a little bit of a break. I also ordered new front brakes, pads, and rotors, because there's nothing left on those. So in the meantime, we're gonna work on the Bronco and start getting stuff fitted for the body. I think I showed you guys in a video. All the last pieces came in, they're over there. The new grill came in. I wanted a stock Raptor grill that said Raptor in the front, but it was like, I think the cheapest I could find it was like $550, and it was like a used one with a crack in it for like $3 something. So I just went with an aftermarket mesh grill, and I might do something a little custom with it, but that'll be a whole nother day. But that came in the other day, so I have everything for the body that I need. So I did get wheel spacers for these wheels, because if you look at it here, and I'll pull the body kit after we go get a few things and show you, but the body is supposed to be a 6-inch wider than stock. So with that, I wanted to go with like a rally type wheel like this, and I wanted 17s with 37s, but they don't make a deep wheel. I'm sure there's probably some custom wheel somewhere that would work with this application, but it didn't happen. And until I go full pre-runner with this whole build, and like everything gets pushed out anyway because you have to go wider with everything, then I'll take the spacers off. But I did get 4-inch spacers, so we're gonna mount those up. I have to go get some Loctite, so that we can Loctite everything in, torque everything down to spec, so this is safe and ready for the road. And then once we have all that on, I'm gonna mock up the rear and probably start cutting out a lot of this like rusted stuff, this bad body work that's going on here, and start mocking up the rear fenders, and we'll get those mounted and get everything going with that. This rear bumper is gonna come off. For the front end on the whole kit, it does replace everything. So this fender comes off, the front bumper comes off, whole front grille, hood, everything comes off. So once we have the Corvette pretty much all set, and I don't have just a bunch of cars with body panels and everything just missing off of it, just hanging around in the parking lot here or the driveway here, then we'll rip apart all that kind of stuff. But I just want to keep it kind of like still running and driving, and just not chilling here until we get one project done. So once that's done in a week, we'll get going on the body on this thing. And then once that is finished built, we'll get everything painted and everything like that. So let me hop in this. I'm gonna go to AutoZone, and we're going to get some Loctite so we can get this stuff done. All right, guys, so we're back from advance. I got the Loctite. I got the medium strength, the blue, just because I don't want these permanently on the truck. So if I ever have to take them off, I can take them off. But at least we have a little bit of extra insurance that their lug nuts aren't gonna come loose. I got some Gorilla Tape so I can tape on the body panels, just so you guys can see what we're gonna be doing. But we're gonna do a little bit of unboxing on the wheel spacers I bought. So this was the only company I could find online that sold 4-inch wheel spacers. I was gonna go with 3 because it was most common, but then I just didn't want to get like some cheap no-name like eBay brand. And a lot of like most people that use these know their quality. They are specially made. Like they don't sell these right off the shelf. You have to order it. It takes about 8 weeks, and they make them as you order. And the name of the company is Bora. Yeah, sit you guys down here and pull these out because they pack the hell out of this thing. I did unbox these just to check them out before I did this video. But that's them right there. They're huge, they're massive. I don't have anything really to compare it to, but that's a 4-inch spacer. Everything's set up. It came with lug nuts in the kit, and I did a lot of research on these. I watched videos where they hit these with like hammers and throw them on the ground, and these things just don't break. So I just wanted something that's solid. Their big thing that they like sell to is that they're hub centric wheel spacers, and on Broncos the wheels are mounted lug centric, so it's not really a big deal for me that these are actually hub centric. And I don't even know if they actually made them hub centric or not, but because it's not, because if you look at the wheels on the front, it's got the 4-wheel drive. This is old school on here, so these wheels on here are lug centric instead of hub centric, where hub centric would be on the hub itself that the wheel centers itself on, but they center on the lugs, so it's not really a big deal. But let me get the jack. I'm gonna jack this up, and then we'll get these wheels off and get ready to put these things on. All right guys, we have it jacked up. I'm gonna do one corner at a time. I got all the lug nuts loose. It's 19 mil. Gonna get these off, get the wheel off, and then prepare to get the wheel spacer on. So let me time lapse this actually going on, and then check in with you guys when we get the wheel spacer on and we start torquing things down. All right guys, wheels off, wheel spacers here, new lug nuts for the wheel spacer itself, and the blue Loctite. So I'm gonna try to do this with one hand. We're just gonna put a light strip across each one, just so it's got some extra locking power. Let's see, does this come open already? There we go. So just get a light strip that's all across each one. Just making sure that I get it deep enough so that no matter what, the lug nut's gonna grab some of it. Because if I only put it closer towards here, could be a chance that it doesn't actually get on the lug nut, and then the Loctite's actually useless. So, and it's only medium strength, so it's not gonna lock these down, but at least the wheel won't fall off. All right, that's all set. We got some Loctite on each one. Throw the Bora spacer on. Let's see, it's these ones right here, smaller holes. All right, that's essentially it. So I'm gonna time lapse getting all these in, and then check in with you guys when we get the torque wrench out. All right guys, so I have torque wrench out. It's set at 100 foot-pounds. That's what the stock lug nuts go on. So I'm gonna do all the inside ones at 100 foot-pounds. Same thing with the outside ones, and get these all mounted up. The reason why I have these two on here is you're gonna wanna hold the pry bar in between here and here like this, so you can keep the wheel from actually turning. The other side's still on the ground, but I just don't want it rocking on the jack or anything like that. So I hold it like this, and then go into each one and torque down each one. So I'm gonna torque down each one. I'm not gonna videotape it. It's just a little redundant going around on all of them. But we'll get these all torqued down, and then we'll get the wheel back on and see what it looks like compared to the front that is in the stock location. So let me get this done, and I'll check in with you guys in a few minutes. All right guys, so we're all torqued down, everything's on the ground off the jack, and give you guys a little bit of from behind. So this is where it's like poking out now, so you could see it's almost like a whole hand out, and then we'll come to the side that's not. You can see it's It's way inside there, so it's definitely a massive difference. And I do want to see what it's going to look like with the fender, the side fender on. So before I get to going around and doing all of the other wheels and tires, because I've already showed you guys once, it's going to be a little bit redundant, but I'll show you guys the full picture when it's done. But I'm going to go grab a fender or the rear quarter panel actually, and we'll tape it up and see what we're actually going to look like. So let me go grab that. All right guys, so I have the new fender kind of like mocked up. It's still poking out in the back, but it's just to give you a good reference of exactly where this is going to be and just what we're going to be looking like soon here. So this is it right here. This is the Fiberworks it's like 2010 to 2014 Raptor kit. As you can see, this is going to have to come another like 3 inches in this way, so it's going to meet up right here. The tail light gets replaced with the newer style, and if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen the newer style tail lights that I bought for this as well. I really like how much it sticks out, because this is going to come in probably a good inch or so, so the tires are going to stick out just enough to where you'll see a little bit. It'll almost be like flush when this is mounted up perfectly. So super happy with the way that looks. As you can see, from a lot of the actual quarter panel that's all rust is going to get cut out, so I'm going to cut like basically that whole inside out. There's just no reason for it anymore. So it's super cool, super happy with the way this thing looks. And if you're looking at it from here, you'll notice that it wants to be set back, because when you do the pre-runner kit on the Bronco, it actually pushes the rear axle like 4 to 5 inches back. So once we do the pre-runner kit and get everything suspension wise where we want it, everything will line up perfect. So I'm not going to change out this arch at all, because I know eventually we're going to do a pre-runner kit. Just don't want to drop 10 grand in suspension on this thing just yet. Just want to get it looking nice, and then we'll worry about getting pre-runner stuff. So I got a whole bunch of motor stuff that needs to be done. It needs more power, it needs gearing. So there is a lot of stuff going on, but I'm super happy with the way these things look. It's going to change the entire look of this. So let me pull this fender off and get around to doing all the wheels, and then I'll probably time lapse it, and I'll check in with you guys when we're all finished up. Alright, so I stopped the time lapse because I messed something up here. So I didn't notice that the front and rear were different. So the front don't have this like little lip that you guys can see here for like the hub centric ring because of this. So I was trying to fit this on, and I was like, why the hell is it not fitting on? It's hitting this. And that's why, because this one goes on there, and one of the ones in the back is wrong. So I'm actually going to check the footage, see which one's wrong, pull it off, get it on the right one before that blue Loctite sets in, and we'll get it swapped over. But for now, we're going to get this one on, get everything tightened up, and then we'll go back and figure out which one I have to switch on that. All right guys, so I looked back at the footage and I figured out it's the far right corner one over there that I have to take off. And I just wanted to show you guys the front end, how much more spaced out it is now compared to before I put the other front end on. So you guys can actually see, like, we are probably like pretty much 4 inches out, sticking out now, because they were pretty much flush before and now they're wide as hell. Look at this is where they were before. Almost barely poking out on this side. And you come out here, and it treads way out. So I actually like the way this looks better. And then once we have the wide body, and you guys saw, like, it's going to be pretty much flush when the wide body's on, that this is going to be almost like a perfect fitment. I didn't want it like this, where it's constantly always just stands out and wide out like that. I wanted it to almost look like the truck was supposed to come like this when I'm done. So I'm going to do everything perfectly, cutting out all the rust. Everything underneath is going to get Pour 15, and it's going to be pretty much a full build. I wanna turbo this motor just to see. I was looking at, like, On3 kits are pretty cheap, so, but that's a whole, like, build breakdown. Let's get these wheel spacers on, get that far right one off, and get this one put on in its place, and we'll get this thing done. All right guys, so we have that one all swapped out. We have the right one without the ring, so it'll fit over the thing. I wish I picked up on that beforehand, but at least you guys will know if you guys ever do anything like this to a Bronco. But we're gonna get this last wheel off and then give you the final reveal of what everything looks like. All right guys, so we're finished up. We got every wheel spacer on, all lug nuts are torqued down to 100 foot-pounds like they're supposed to be. And yeah, so let me show you guys what it looks like.
No one ever sees me, I'm losing every battle. No one ever sees me, I'm losing every battle. No one ever sees me, I'm losing every battle. Can somebody save me, I'm losing every battle.
So that's it guys, wheel spacers are on. It's a 4-inch wheel spacer by Bora. The new Raptor kit will be going on probably within the next week or so, just pending on what's going on with the Corvette. Super excited the way everything looks. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If I missed anything, or if you guys want to know anything more about where I bought those wheel spacers or anything that goes along with this, just leave a comment below. I usually get back like same day, if not the next, with everything going on. It looks like this weekend's probably not gonna be much of the Corvette or any working on stuff. We're gonna get the roof on because the roof trusses just showed up the other day, so I'm super excited about getting that on. And then once that's done, I got my my final inspection for the framing, and then we could put the house wraps, the sheet metal roof, and the stuff on the other side, and then frame in all the doors and stuff and windows. So super excited about everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this upload. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, please smash that subscribe button. Trying to get to that 1,200 mark. Super excited about all the new followers that are coming along and following all the builds that we got here going on with the Bronco, the GMC, the Corvette. The BMW is going to be on a little bit of hold until some other stuff comes in, and when we have the new C8 coming, whenever that is. They haven't given us a date yet, but super excited about that too. So if you can, please give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will talk to y'all later. Peace.